Why, hello there YouTube, and in this one I'm doing a ranking of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies with the new one out, and I thought I would, well, rank them all up, and this is my personal opinion, so if you have your own, do feel free to let me know in the comments. So let's begin. So coming in at number 9 is Texas Chainsaw 3D, or Texas Chainsaw. They attempted the whole requel thing with this one in 2013, but the plot didn't make sense. I'm like thinking, if this is supposed to be 20 years after the original and it's in the 90s, why is the cop got an iPhone? And yeah, the plot to this just didn't really make much sense. And I mean Alexandra Daddario was good in it, and I guess Leatherface, but it's just not a brilliant one, and I was quite let down by it when I saw it in cinemas. So yeah, that's where we're starting with that one at number 9. Number 8 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. This film's just so bad. I can see why it was shelved. What is all that about with Leatherface in drag? I mean, one of the good parts, I will admit, is Matthew McConaughey's performance. I mean, this has Renee Zellweger in it as well. Before, they were both the Hollywood superstars we all know them as now. Like I said, Matthew McConaughey was one of the good parts about it and was wacky, but other than that, the rest of the film's just not brilliant. Coming in at number 7, it is the most recent entry in the franchise, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. So basically, when I watched this one, I thought, I can see why it's on Netflix. It's more convenient and that, but I'd say one of the good moments in that were Leatherface and that whole bus kill scene. But other than that, the rest of the movie was just predictable, it was cliched, you knew what was going to happen and that. So yeah, that's number 7. Number 6 is Leatherface, the 2017 prequel to the original, which I did really like. I did enjoy it, and I did like, the whole origin of Leatherface and that. I believe that with this new movie it's no longer canon, but you know what? I like to keep it canon to this, at least to the original. I mean, I like the whole journey we see in this film on how Jackson or Jebediah Sawyer became Leatherface, and it's a pretty good film. Definitely feels a lot different to any of the other movies we'd seen. Coming in at number 5 is Leatherface: The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. This one I thought was a good one. It was, Leatherface having a daughter and what have you. Alright. This one is basically, on a couple that, stumble across the Sawyers and find themselves on the menu. But I thought it was okay. It was a decent one. And I thought round it up as a trilogy at that point, but no, we got more of them. And at number 4 is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, which is a prequel to the 2003 remake, which I did enjoy. Again, I like the whole origin of the Hewitt family. In the remake they're called the Hewitts. And I thought, what's his name, the sheriff guy, he was a show stealer in this, and we find out that he's not actually the real sheriff, and how Leatherface came to dawn the face. I think it's a good prequel. And at number 3 it is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003, the 2003 remake. Pretty decent remake, not a full rehash of everything. They changed things up, especially with the ending. Of course, this one is known as the Jessica Biel one, because she's in it and she's the final girl, and yeah, it has a different tone to it as well, I feel. I believe it was produced by Michael Bay's company Doom. One of those few remakes that are actually good and watchable. And at number 2 it is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Yeah, it took 12 years to make a sequel to it, but I thought with the 80s craze of slasher franchises, Texas Chainsaw wanted in, and we got this one. This one I really do enjoy. I like the score, I like the soundtrack, I like that whole Koch scene with at the beginning with playing to Oingo Boingo, No One Lives Forever, and yeah, it is a pretty good sequel. In fact, probably the best sequel in the franchise. People are going to say that this is the best one. Probably is, but for me, in my personal opinion, my number one pick, of course, is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. It's just the best one. I just love Leatherface. I love the quality of the picture, even though it's not brilliant, it still looks good. And I like the whole, like, it gives it sort of realism, the way it goes, like, at the beginning when it tells us, like, the news, like, saying the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah. And I like that this was inspired by the real-life crimes of Ed Gein. So, yeah, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 is my number one pick. So let me know down in the comments below. Have you seen this one? I know it's not a film review. How would you rank these films? There we go, that's how I'd put it. How would you rank these films? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already and to hit that notification bell. It's all up to you at the end of the day. And yeah, I've been Random Ross. This has been the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie ranking. So, until next time. I can't get a good snap now. There you go. Don't have nightmares.